It's time for the show. I gotta go. All right. Yep. Have a good appeal. All right. Bye. Sorry, that was my agent. He's bananas. Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday night, and the bell just rang. That means it's time for Cooking with Matt. Hope you had a great day. Tonight, we are going to be having something amazing. I'm all about making something, not just from scratch, because you can buy pieces and parts, but making something that is different, that you like, that makes it your own. Tonight, we're going to have chicken and mozzarella tortellini. And I'm going to go over in 1 second how we make it, because it's amazing. I just got to fluff them or turn them or make sure they don't over cook in the hot water, because that would be bad. And I have garlic bread in the oven. Basically, it's kind of like making ravioli. Now, how do you get the pasta to do that? Several ways. One, you can actually buy in any store in the pasta section little sheets of pasta, and you would then put them in water so they get soft, and you'd get a spoon and put whatever you want in the inside, be it tomato sauce or cheese, chicken, sausage, hamburger, whatever you want, or a combination of all of that. The bigger the pasta is, the longer it takes to cook. Tonight, what I did is I have chicken in ours and cheese, and then wrap those up. Really cool. Seasoning is everything. Not from the garlic bread to the chicken and the pasta. I have garlic, because that's really good for you. And then this here is basil pesto, which is also very good for you. I think as we mix that with garlic, a little bit of garlic salt. Look at this right here. This right here is what goes on the bread. Look how good that is. That is all. I can eat that just on bread alone. And the phone. The agents are always trying to get hold of me. But this, I always use Land O'Lakes. I know, the Indian's missing. They took her off. Sad. But, what I'm going to do right now, because the bell just rang, I'm going to check the garlic bread and see how that's doing. Because it smells fantastic. Ooh. That looks good. See that right there? Now, even though it is crazy hot, you can always tell good garlic bread by the crunch. And I don't know if you could hear that, but it just crunched. It's really good. You let that set, because you don't want it so oven hot when you go to have dinner. Now, as I was saying, you can use a fork. And what you do is when you have the pasta, you got to literally put the little fork imprint all the way around it. And that will actually keep in whatever you put in the pasta. So that's seals it. When you go to cook it, you'll probably cook it between 8 and 10 minutes in boiling water. And when it's done, I don't know if you can see it here, it'll float to the top. That means it's done. Usually I turn it a few times just to make sure it's all cooked. And again, where'd my spoon go? I always rotate it in the water so that everything cooks. Now the chicken that I use, I've already cooked. Anything you kind of put in there you want to have cooked, because anything like meat or anything like that takes longer to cook. And by the time that was cooked inside, the pasta would be terrible. So I always pre-cook anything we put inside. What else? Big thing, I have Alfredo sauce. You can use any type of sauce you want. You can have red sauce. You can have chunky vegetable sauce. You can have meat sauce. Whatever you want. It's your dinner. But I have Alfredo sauce that's been simmering. Again, loaded it up with garlic and basil. And yes, could I have a garden with all this stuff in it? Absolutely, but this is so much faster. I'm all about buying my stuff. And I do have a garden growing. I do have green beans and peas, squash. What else do I have out there? Pumpkins. What else? I know a few other things. But yeah, let me just show you. Look at that. That is amazing garlic bread. And listen. Yeah. That's the money right there. Yeah. That's how you know, because the garlic bread's not too soft just to be ready with butter on it, but it also it's crispy without being burnt or too hard. Because you don't want that. You want to be able to soak up some of that sauce. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to plate up some of these. And you want to use a spoon that has holes in it. This way it makes it easier for the water to pour out. It's no brainer, but it does help so you don't have that hot water all over everything. Now again, I'm plating up for my mom, and I know some people are like, your mom sure eats a lot. Not really. She has a dog that helps her. He's the royal taste tester. So, and always be generous with the sauces that you pick. Because, come on, just look how amazing that is. Look at that. Look at that. Now, again, you can put shredded cheese on there. I'm a big cheese fan. We also have, because I always have different things in my fridge. I have bags of cheese. I'd sprinkle that on there. You also have, if I can find it right away, again, right here. I have my favorite 3 cheese blend. Now, I'll tell you a secret. This stuff is so good. It's by Kraft, and it's 3 cheeses. It's Parmesan, Romano, and trying to see the word. It's in plastic. Asiago. Now, where this is really good, it shows how the flavor and texture of this. If you just had plain pasta with just a little bit of butter, then you sprinkle this on, yeah, that will knock your socks off. I promise. I've had that a good many times just for lunch. And pasta is good for you. I know a lot of people say, oh, don't eat pasta, it's bad for you. Anything you eat, you can burn off by walking around the block, doing little jumping jacks. You can burn it off. So, we can take this and just shake some on there because it's really good. And then, now what's important is you don't want a whole big chunk of bread. So you always want to cut it up into smaller pieces. But yeah, like I said, if you're for those that are just joining, when you do the garlic bread, you always want to add, fresh garlic. I know that it's in a glass, but it's fresh. And basil. I always use, for me, I use real butter. I've fallen in love with Land O'Lakes butter. Even though the Indian's missing, look, she's gone. I hope the virus hasn't gotten her. Hope she comes back. But this is it's real butter with olive oil and sea salt. Honestly, it's amazing. So I totally back this. I put that together, and we make this delicious concoction right here. This has garlic salt in it, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of Mrs. Dash, because Mrs. Dash, she knows her stuff. So yeah, this stuff here, I mean, you can literally put this on toast if you want garlic toast, But the bread is amazing. So if you've just joined us, we made chicken and mozzarella tortellini. And as I said before, you can make this at home. Very simple. One, you can buy sheets of pasta in the pasta aisle. If you don't find that, you can get a box of, what was it? A box of, lasagna. And what you do is you put it in warm water so it will soften, and you can really cut it into sections. And those little squares that you make, you put whatever you want in the middle, be it hamburger, sausage, cheese, just tomato sauce. And you literally, once you got it there, you do one of two things, depending on the size that you make. You can either fold it over and use a fork to kind of press it all the way around to seal it, or if you put a lot in there, which will make a big noodle, you can take another piece, put it on top of it, and then take the fork, and literally you're gonna go all the way around it, sealing it, because you don't want any of that coming out when you're cooking it. And that's why I have a plate or a pan there full of the tortellini that is ready. When it's cooking, you always want to kind of not just stir it, but bring one from the bottom up to the top, so that everybody gets a chance in the hot tub. Yeah, so that was tonight's dinner. Remember, any recipe that's out there, make it your own. Add some seasonings you want, change it up a little bit. That makes it your recipe. I think that's the greatest thing you can do when you're cooking is don't just make something that somebody else makes, change it, make it yours. So I hope you guys have a great night. Have a great dinner, because I know I am. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So see what we're cooking tomorrow.